It was loud, it was rebellious, and in 1966, the British government banned rock and roll on the radio.
That's the whole point of being the government. If you don't like something, you simply make it illegal.
Until one American DJ...
I don't give a hootenanny about your limey laws.
He's possibly the most famous broadcaster ever.
And a band of renegades...
You must be the Count.
I am he.
Take me to a microphone.
...launched a radio station on the high seas.
We should have set sail years ago.
And raided the airwaves.
Let's have a tune. I'm sick of this silence.
Pirate Radio, WSPILL. Austin, Texas.
WAAR.
Texas.
It's called R Radio.
Damn, you hurt yourself when you did that?
I did.
I wish you could have seen his face when he did that.
You know how your mom says, don't make that face, he'll freeze that way? Well, I wish you could see Leon right now.
But this is, I think, when it was released in Britain, it was called The Boat That Rocked.
Was it?
I think so.
All right, well,
Wow, that title sucks.
It does.
Which is probably why they changed it. There's so many dumb names for this movie. It could have been called Rock Boat, you know.
Yeah, Rock Boat. Soul Boat.
Soul Ship.
That would be by T-Pain. I'm on a boat.
But so this movie, I don't know when it was released in Britain. It's just getting here though.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty much a British film. There's one American in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the blonde Jack Black.
Yeah, it's
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, it's that other fat guy you're thinking of, Patton Oswalt. No, it's Philip Seymour Hoffman is in this. And this movie, now I got in late, so you probably had to fill me in. All I know is that the movie takes place, and it says it's based on a true story, which we know is never completely true.
Well, yeah.
Inspired.
It's definitely
based.
inspired by actual events, which was in 1966. British
66 or 67?
66. It ends in 67.
Okay.
But it starts in like early 66.
Hold on a second. You got there late. You asked him to tell you about it, and then you try to correct him. Let the man do
it doesn't mean that we got to make sure
Step
things
aside.
are right.
Let the man go through. Let the man go through.
You definitely be cast overboard on a rock boat. Throw that motherfucker out to sea. Walk the plank, bitch. But go
I was
ahead.
going to say in 66, even though rock was big already, Britain, London was just not into it on a governmental level. In fact, it was illegal to have it on the airwaves. The radio stations all played, well, quite frankly, shit.
Rock and roll. I seriously doubt that.
Exactly. And the guy who in this film plays the snobby government guy who's the one trying to make sure that pirate radio couldn't possibly keep playing the hideous rock and roll is Kenneth Branagh, who is great, and like you wonder why he hasn't been doing this his whole life, playing total. I mean, he's Niedermeyer from Animal House, really, but as a British snob.
And you really can't even recognize him at first because he got this little Nazi blonde mustache and he's wearing those little spectacles. And through the whole movie, I was waiting for the credits to come up to see if that was indeed Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah. Now, I know he's so changed. And usually he plays so much more relaxed type of roles. He's so much of a prig here. You're just like, what the fuck? And of course, he's backed up by his toady, which is the guy who played Jack Davenport in the Pirates of the Caribbean films,
yeah.
whose name is Mr. Twat.
Yes.
Serious.
Interesting name there, Mr. Twat.
Right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Please sit down. Pirate radio stations. Good. Now, I have told the Prime Minister that we will shut them down within 12 months.
As you will see, sir, they're not, in fact, outside of the law at the moment, sir.
Then they soon will be, won't they, Mr. Fredericks? You see, that's the whole point of being the government. If you don't like something, you simply make up a new law that makes it illegal. Speaking of which, Mr. Fredericks?
Yes, sir.
I think we might also start working on legislation to outlaw that haircut of yours.
You don't like it, sir?
No one likes it, apart from blind people. And I'm sure even they can sense its profound ugliness as it passes by. I'll give you a day to deal with the hair, and a fortnight to deal with the pirates. Goodbye.
But they're trying to stop this boat that's in international waters that's broadcasting, really great rock music to London, which has become like, that's what everybody's
So they're out of jurisdiction,
to.
so they can actually do this.
They're out of jurisdiction, so they can't do anything about it. And so the movie is a series of like goofball things going on in this boat with a character that's very much out of Almost Famous. You know, he's basically Patrick Fugit from Almost Famous, the young kid who gets thrust into this crazy rock and roll lifestyle going on this boat. Except done in a...
Tom Slurridge is the kid's name. The guy's name was Carl, 18-year-old Carl, who's the guy who runs this pirate radio.
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, and that's his nephew that comes on board. I mean, isn't it?
Oh, it's his godson.
Oh, his godson. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that would be really weird considering what happened later on in the movie.
What deal with the devil did Bill Nye make that he has to be in every British movie that comes out?
But he's always good in them, and he's
I'm not saying he's not good.
Yeah.
But especially, like, was this Mike Newell who directed this, or the guy who did
Love Actually, the guy that did this, Richard Curtis.
And this it feels like, I mean, okay, this is the very definition of an ensemble film, because there is no anchor character. You feel like this Carl kid is going to be it, like in Almost Famous, because it starts that way. Hell, you've even got Philip Seymour Hoffman essentially playing Lester Bangs here, you know, this really, really incredibly popular and knowledgeable music guy who here is a DJ, one of the many
Count.
DJs. The Count. Exactly. I mean, it starts off feeling that way, and at first it's a little confusing because you keep waiting for the story to develop, you know, for that type of story. But after a while you realize it's just not that kind of movie. It's about the atmosphere. It's about rock and roll. It's about these people just partying, having a good time, and it actually being funny to watch them do so. And in that context, it resembles more than anything somewhere between Animal House and A Hard Day's Night or Help by the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
It very much has that sort of British madcap comedy from the 60s and 70s sense to it, and its worship of rock and roll and all the goofy stuff going on. But then it has that whole, you know, like I said, Niedermeyer versus the cool kids thing going on from Animal House.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of fun all the way through. I mean, like I said, there's not much of a plot. Nasty, priggish British guys want to shut down the boat with the cool rock and roll guys, and that's the plot.
Yeah, no, it's it definitely switches from stop that boat to Yahoo! You know, and it's like okay, and that's it. The movie's fun. I mean, when fortunately they spend more time on the boat with all these crazy characters because that's all they are. They're a bunch of crazy DJs, and that's a cross between, like, you know, the sex gods to the burnt out hippies and everything in between. And it's, who doesn't like a movie where somebody defies authority? And that's what this movie's all about.
Authority doesn't like it.
Well, of course not.
Well, I love it, the fact that, like, if you were to turn this around and try and do this now or something, you know, like say like, oh yeah, these are people who love the music now, you'd be like, fucking hipsters. But then, oh, it's fine if they're from 1966. Those guys are so cool. Their whole lives is music.
They were the originals. That's why. They didn't steal their style from anybody else, you know. They just gave it to us so that we could steal it.
No, they stole it. It was just stole it from black people who,
yeah.
you know,
No. Yeah, the Brits were big on that. I mean, it was all out of hero worship, but still.
Okay, fuck them too then. But no, it's, and that, you know, this movie, as we were mentioning, is directed by the guy who directed Love Actually. Yeah. And one of my problems with Love Actually is that these are very broad characters in another ensemble cast movie, and it's the same thing here. I mean, people do things that people would just not do in real life just to get to the point of making this character that type of character.
I love it. I did like the pitch session. Like, all right, imagine Love Actually
on a boat.
On a boat. It's brilliant. Make it.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, everybody here, you know, from you, like I said, you have the sex crazed star who will fuck over his friend in a minute, with girls that will just at the drop of a dime have sex with almost everybody on the boat, and I just, it's hard for me to buy that.
Really hard for you to buy that?
And if it's hard for me to buy, then you know it's crazy.
See, I never partied as hard as these guys partied.
Wow.
But
seriously?
I came pretty damn close.
You sure did.
And a lot of stuff isn't as ridiculous as I think you're making out to be. I've done some stuff that was just plain ridiculous and dumb with large groups of people. There's the same type of stuff going on in this film because that was the spirit of the time.
Well, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say here is that, no, it's fun, and I imagine people did party that hard and crazy things went on, but these characters are very one note.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they have one thing that they do, and that's what they do through the whole movie. They might have a second of reflection, but that's it.
I agree.
And to me, this plays out more like a good sitcom than it does a good movie.
Excuse me, everyone. Could I introduce Carl, my godson?
Welcome aboard. I'm the Count. Must be obeyed.
It's an honor. Hi, Carl. Don't miss Simple Simon Super Sunday Smashes.
I'm Simon. That's why I just said that. Hi, I'm Angus, the Nutsford.
Hello there. I'm John, News and Information Gathering.
Hi,
I'm Felicity.
I didn't think girls were...
Oh, I'm a lesbian who cooks.
Of course.
Have a piece of toast.
Could I have a
No,
Mars?
don't touch those, I've just arranged them.
Do you know what a lesbian is?
I do.
Fun times, eh?
Anyone toast?
I'm Thick Kevin.
Ah, your delightful roommate. Oh, great. I'm Carl.
Cool name.
Why Thick Kevin?
No idea.
It's because he's really, really thick.
This is, of course, Dave.
Wow.
Big, but very beautiful.
Welcome.
To the boat of love.
Well, like I said, this is one of these things that you're. I don't even think you should judge it like you would Love Actually, which actually is a series of like short stories, basically, each with their own, plot and development. There is no plot development in here. There's barely any character development because that's not the point at all, and they don't even approach trying to make that the point. I mean, it is like watching a Beatles film. You're watching all these lovable but somewhat cliched characters do really, really funny stuff and just party and have a great time doing it with really amazing soundtrack.
Okay, now see, that's the thing. This movie wants to capture that spirit of rock and roll because that's what these people were doing. I mean, rock and roll wasn't just about music. It was like sticking it to the man. And this movie wants to kind of encompass that, but it's just a series of cute little set pieces with these one-note characters that keeps it from having that edge to it. So that's why I thought the movie failed at what it was really trying to go for. Not to say that it's not fun. I just think it slightly is off mark.
I don't entirely agree with you on that. I don't think that was the whole point of the thing, was to show that. It was just part of the whole thing. And I thought that this captures that accurately. I mean, to say the whole point of the 60s was to say it was all about sticking it to the man is just what they want you to believe. The truth is the majority of the 60s was about lip service to sticking it to the man. And basically we just want to party.
Do the stuffed shirts ever come to a point where they go like, oh, these kids are all right?
No.
There's a point where Kenneth Branagh is on the ship and he's like, stop, everybody. And he just, and he takes off his coat and starts dancing. Oh, I love this rock thing, you kids.
I was hoping they were going to do that, which would have been a total Beatles movie thing to do, where like he ends up getting seduced by one of the hot chicks or something on the boat.
No, he's a total asshole to the point where there's something that goes on in the movie and you're like, you fucking scumbag. and there's no resolution about it either. And I wish I could tell you what it is, but it would ruin the whole film if I did. Yeah. Look, man, let me tell you something. And I'm serious.
I just want to say something. Right
Let me tell you something. No, as the reincarnated spirit of Jimi Hendrix, now I'm telling you that this movie did not capture what it wanted to, all right?
I think I'm going to need more proof for that than just your say-so. Here's a guitar.
Okay, an air guitar. Wait. Give me a cat.
Put that cat down.
Now, y'all talked a lot about the soundtrack. What's some of the what's some of the best songs on the soundtrack?
Well, it's all stuff from the year 1966 or just earlier. I mean,
yeah.
It's one of those things, like a lot of the stuff in here, it's not from the point, like classic rock radio you listen to a lot of times, it's actually stuff from the 70s. You've always got music in the 60s. That's all stuff in the 70s. Fucking Boston, Led Zeppelin, a lot, Pink Floyd. This is 70s music.
Yeah, we got stuff like, and you wonder how they got some of the sounds in here. Like they do have Hendrix. They got Cream. They got the Rolling Stones. Yeah. And the soundtrack is great.
It's phenomenal. And it's nonstop. That's part of the fun of this, is that it's always got that energy flowing through it. And even the songs I didn't know the names of, all the songs. You know, you're like, there's not a song in this entire film you don't recognize.
Yeah.
But it's one of those ones that's got to be a double album if there's a soundtrack available for this. There's no way it couldn't be.
I don't know.
I look forward to it because the 60s is probably one of my, if not my favorite decade of music.
Well, it is cool. One of the things that it does capture well is, as we said, that Brit mod pop spirit. I mean, there are characters on there that just they embody that, and you enjoy watching them. Bill Nye himself, Bill Nye is somebody, he must be drinking vampire's blood, because I can't tell how old he is sometimes. Like in this movie, he looks like he's about 50, and like a cool 50.
Isn't he in Underworld as a vampire?
But in Underworld, he is. That's what I'm saying. That's not an act. That's him.
No coincidence.
That's why they cast him like that. We need a real vampire.
That was this week on Biography.
Yeah, and then you see him in other movies where he like looks old as shit. So I mean, he's great in this movie. He's a great actor. He's a real cool guy too. He's that guy you want to be when you get old. So, and what's his name? Philip Seymour Hoffman, as the only American on the ship. I mean, you never thought Philip Seymour Hoffman could be as cool as he is. I mean, he is the embodiment of cool on that ship.
Nick Frost is in here miraculously playing a successful ladies' man.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, this is a big guy, and they even acknowledge how big he is. And yeah, the chicks just love him because it's that rock and roll thing. And they even say it's like, yeah, man, they were rock and roll gods, just being DJs at that point.
Didn't have to play instruments.
Yeah.
So see, people, if you don't.
So that sounds like now where you got DJs who open shows. And I'm like, oh, you're gonna get up there and play some records, huh? And I'm supposed to pay them for that?
No, DJs are actually, I got to give credit to DJs. They're talented. These motherfuckers just spun records. They just played records and come in the middle and be like, hey, ladies, you know you want to fuck me. Now here's cream.
No, well, what DJs now? What do they do? I mean, they scratch make some zipper noises with the records.
If there was only one radio station you could listen to that was playing the music that the youth really, really liked overwhelmingly in any big city, those DJs would be heroes and would be getting pussy all over the place.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much what was going on.
In
here.
fact, the only thing that
I
we're missing.
understand that.
I mean, the only thing that we're missing is a boat. We need to take this spill thing out to sea.
International waters.
Yeah.
Might as well add a torrent site onto our thing while we're at it.
We're not exactly breaking laws now, but we can.
It would blow us out of the water.
Oh, like they would bother.
They'd be looking at us and be like, man, that's a waste of ammo. They'll drown after a while. Just leave those fuckers out there. Hey,
Those two black guys, they can't swim anyway.
Yeah, they don't want to get their hair wet. But no, man,
Yeah,
look.
there'd be a big oil spill. Spill.
Oh,
God damn it.
Jokes, you son of a bitch, shut up. But I tell you, man, you and I respectfully disagree with mostly what you're saying. I think
I respectfully
say you're full of shit.
I respectfully say fuck you, Cyrus, but
talking about?
respectfully so. Thank you. No, I'm going to give this movie a rental. It is fun.
Really? Wow.
Oh, shit. That caught me by surprise.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like I say, it's a fun little movie that's like watching a TV show, mostly for me than watching an actual film. But it's enjoyable.
Wow, I found this to be tons of fun all the way through. I mean, yeah, you're right. It doesn't have a plot, really. Doesn't really even have much character development, but it's a party film, ultimately, and one of the best ones I've seen. This is a full price for me. I love this, and I can hardly wait to go back and see it again, in fact. I thought it was so much fun. Yeah, but it's one of those things, like, you can't say, you're wrong for these reasons. Honestly, his reasons are right for him. He's not being inaccurate the way he's describing the film, and mine are right for me. It depends really on what the kind of thing you like.
Hey, dude, we don't do a review site to tell the audience, hey, go see and decide for yourselves. It's our job to tell them.
You're right.
That's what our shirts say.
No, you're right, Corey. Unrespectfully, your opinion sucks.
I'm coming from the captain of the SS bullshit over here.
They will come after us.
Let them try. I intend to broadcast from this ship until the day I die. And then for a couple days after that.